Hi guys, I'm Az and welcome back to the next installment on the GTR Heritage Centre's YouTube channel. We are going to be talking about one of the greatest automotive icons in history. This car has appeared on films like John Wick, Gone in 60 Seconds, and one of my personal favourites, Bullet. Yes, if you haven't guessed already, it's the Ford Mustang. I'm going to be handing you over to John now.
Oh, thanks, Az. Me again, John from the GTR Heritage Centre. The Mustang. About a year ago, a customer by the name of Phil got in touch with us. We'd done a little bit of work for one of his friends' Mustangs. We'd put some headers on, we'd done a few little bits, nothing major, and said, I've got a Mustang in America that I'm buying. It's going to be coming to the UK eventually. Would you do a little bit of work on it for us? Of course we will. What did you have in mind? Well, I want to do a little bit on the engine, a little bit on the suspension, a few bits and bobs. Fast forward, nearly a year, the car arrives at our workshop. Phil's never even seen the car, came straight to us. And then a big van arrived and it was packed to the roof with parts, and I mean to the roof. In excess of $20,000 worth of upgrades. We were quite surprised about how much we were going to have to put onto the car. So it's from a slight upgrade, a little bit of modernisation, it's kind of become a full resto mod. So what I want to do now is take you around the car and show you some of the upgrades that we've done. So we're under the engine bay of the Mustang. You can see there's an absolutely beautiful motor under here, but I want to start with these bonnet hinges. Might be a little bit silly, you think what we're looking at hinges for, but you think this car was made in 1967. These designs of body hinges, I love them. I can open and close this bonnet and leave it at any position and it'll stay exactly where I want it to stay. I'm not working on struts, I've got no rams, just a great little ingenious design. Why didn't British cars have these? You've got to watch them though. If these seize up and you give the bonnet a yank, you can actually bend the bonnet in the middle, so they do need to be greased and looked after. What have we done to this engine? Well, it's easier to start with what we haven't done. This came to us as a standard 292 small block Ford, which is what you would expect to find under here. Ian, our in-house American muscle genius, started tearing it apart, quickly found out that it was actually a 302 motor that was in the car. The owner didn't know about this, nobody really knew about this, and if you think 1967, there's a production line of Mustangs, they're meant to be all 292s and they run out of 292 blocks. They're not going to stop production until somebody starts making a few more. What they're going to do is they're going to chuck something that's nearby what they got. In this case, this car ended up with a 302, which is great news for the owner because instead of a 4.6, he's got a 4.9. So 302 is the cubic cc of the engine. Convert that into our money, it's 4.94 litre. Originally fitted with iron heads, quite a mild camshaft, little carburettor and a really old points ignition system. What we've done is we've fitted AFR heads, which are 165cc alloy heads. We've put an Elbrock Performer intake on it, 4-barrel 600cc double pumper carb, which is a 4-barrel. MSD ignition system. We've put a comp cam in it, so it's a 262 lift cam with a 108 lobe separation, so on idle this thing shakes the ground. It's got a really choppy idle, just what you want to hear. We've done some other things, water pump upgrade, a few other bits and bobs on the engine. Gone from a really lazy cruiser motorway engine to a really revvy race car engine. So finishing off in the engine bay, we put a set of tall Ford racing covers on because of the valve train that we put in there was a bit too tall for the original covers, and also finished off with a set of Holley 4-branch headers as well. So, as I said at the start of the video, this is a full resto mod, so we didn't just upgrade the engine and leave the rest of the car alone. This car's had a full brake and suspension and steering package upgrade as well. Now the list is way too long for me to remember, so I'm going to refer to my notes for this one. Some of the things we fitted was an Alden American front coilover kit, Global West suspension, upper and lower control arms, which have got caster adjustment built into them. We put a Scott Drake 1¼ inch front sway bar, ride tech steering linkages. As you can see, the car's quite low. The ride height's dropped about 2 inches from stock. So all the wheel alignment needed to be reset. But that's going to give the car modern handling, modern brakes, There's a disc conversion under here with 4-pot calipers and discs rather than the old drum setup that the car used to have. So it's going to stop much more like a modern car. We've replaced the wheels and tyres as well. As you can see, this is actually a blue wax on the tyre to protect the white lettering. So once that's cleaned off, when the owner gets the car delivered back to him, the lettering will be lovely bright and white, so it won't be staying this ghastly blue colour. Okay, so we've upgraded the engine, probably doubled its original power output. We've upgraded our brakes and suspension and steering, so it'll drive and handle like a much more modern car. That leaves the rear diff. This car originally came with an open rear differential, which, as everybody knows, will send the most power to the wheel with the least grip. So what we've done is we've fitted a lock-in rear differential, a limited slip differential. This particular one is they call it the Yukon rear diff, so it's a clutched rear diff. So what will happen is the more power that's applied will cause more locking in the clutch packs at either side and let both wheels have equal amount of power. Yet off power, it'll still behave like an open diff and you'll still get nice open rear differential for parking, manoeuvring around and that sort of thing. So you won't get that wheel hop that you can get with really strong LSDs like the ones we put in the Nismos. So we've done quite an impressive engine upgrade. We've done suspension and brakes, we've done the rear differential, we've put a new exhaust on it. So it's a really, really strong package, makes this car much more modern to drive, but that's not the end of it. There's future plans for this car. The owner's wanting to do a full colour change, going into like a silvery bronze colour, blacking out some of the chrome. We've even talked about going further with the engine and going with a stroker kit, which could take it to up to sort of 6.6, 6.8 litre. We recommend going to a dart block. So in the future there may be a much more aggressive package coming. That will require a transmission and torque converter upgrade. So lots of big plans for the future. At the minute, the car's ready to go back to the owner. He's never seen the car before, never driven it. So at the moment he's looking forward to just putting some miles and smiles on. So why don't we, before that happens, take it around the block, see what it drives like. Done that a few times.
Reverse, yeah,
neutral, drive.
We have done this before, by the way.
We're off.
I just realised there's no seatbelts in here. Well, there is, but
They don't fit.
They don't fit either of us, which is amazing considering in America, yeah, I suppose they all look like Steve McQueen back in the day, didn't they? Wow. The sun is shining. Ford Mustang.
It's funny, you know, I did me research before we went on camera about all the work that Ian and the lads have done, the resto mod. Had it all down to a T. And then the camera rolls. I couldn't remember
anything. Mate, people forget. Yeah, seriously, I mean, I've had to do they call me 5-take Harry, because literally, I'll do it perfect first time, and then like after that, it's just like, just gobbledygook. Yeah, under pressure, trust us.
So we're actually rolling around in it, and it's actually a 68, not a 67.
It's a 68 one, this one. Not that there was any differences at all. So do you want to turn right? Oh.
Are we going to go to Screwfix and replace your trousers you split?
Yes. Yes, please. And I've bought some trousers and they're actually too small. So yeah. Oh my god.
Sounds incredible.
I am erect.
Steady on. It's not a Chevy.
Yeah. Yeah. Ian's erect then.
I drove this car very briefly round the industrial estate when it first arrived, and I can tell you now, it was like driving a brick in a waterfall. This actually feels like a modern car.
Yeah.
You know, you see the movies where they're like they're giving it this in a straight line, and you're like, oh, it's always just Bollywood. No, it's trying to keep one of these boats literally in a straight line. I'm holding the steering wheel still here, and we're just cruising along.
Yeah.
You know, this doesn't feel anything like it used to.
What do the brakes feel like?
They feel really good actually.
Yeah.
Really strong.
These are full pop brakes by Lead Brake.
Lead.
Yeah, Lead Brake.
You want to grab all of that before it disappears?
Yeah, it's going to go somewhere.
We're going to have to turn around here because this road doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, that number plate isn't going to go anywhere either.
Let's check the turning circle on this old boat, shall we?
It's catchy
A little bit of tyre rub, yeah, we need to address that. I think the standard arches are quite fat. Now we're quite low with what? Look at the turning circle on that, man.
Bloody hell.
Wow. Puts a London cab to shame, that, doesn't it?
That is beautiful.
I must admit though, it's a little bit cold today, and I'm a little bit scared of this thing, to be fair.
Well, it's a little bit damp as well, that's why we're not giving it the beans, guys.
I'd prefer not to crash Phil's car before he's even seen it.
Yes, yes, but beautiful car, it drives lovely. It's quite comfortable as well. I mean, like I said, it's touching the arches a little bit, like. Oh, yes. Yes.
Now, there's still a little bit of carb tuning to do, and it's still idling a tiny bit high, which masks that really choppy idle that it should have with this cam in. But it's got a basic tune on it. It's running quite happy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Personally, if this was my car, very first thing I would have done with it was a fastback conversion.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, I think. Well,
I think the kit's like $5,000 or something from America.
Screwfix.
Yeah, Screwfix. Get your trousers
sorry,
sorted.
guys, just doing a quick pit stop at Screwfix to get me new trousers because the other ones ripped when I sat my fat arse into a Skyline earlier.
Was it not climbing out of this car?
No, it was actually a GDST. Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Turning circles are a lot better.
Put it in park. Right, guys, I will back in a second.
Handbrake, handbrake on.
Straight swap.
Yeah, why not? I'll have your Nissan Duke, you have this. Vlog back off.
Thank you very much,
Feeling a little bit awkward there, sat on my car on the own with the camera rolling. Thought I should be saying something, or am I picking my nose, or... Right, how do I do this?
Right, come on. How are you, Mr. Audi?
Oh, let us out, this is a yacht.
Catches.
Yeah, need to do a little bit of arch dressing, I think.
Yes. Right, go. Love for Chevys, but Ford Mustangs is just like, it's that icon, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's that absolute icon. Just rolling back into the...
So one of the plans Phil's got for this is to go with a dart block and a stroker kit.
Oh, nice.
The standard block, you know, anything over 500 horsepower, they just split in half. They're well known for it. But the dart block, that's what Ian's got in his drag car.
Oh, right.
You know, you can...
The dark
really
horse, is it?
Yeah,
Dark horse,
dark racing. But with a stroker kit on that block, you're looking at like 6.8 litre out of a small block, which is just incredible. We're back in one piece.
Nobody died.
Nobody died. No one's pregnant.
Nobody's pregnant. I love it. So the Ford Mustang, beautiful car. This customer, I don't know if John's actually said this on the video, I think he has, but he's actually going for a full respray in like a newer Mustang colour, just to sort of complete the resto mod. We have had quite a few of these Mustangs in. If you own one of these cars, if you own like an American classic car, or a muscle car, a Mopar, you know, please get in touch, because at the GTR Heritage Centre, we do other marks, you know what I mean? That's just part of our bread and butter. So at the Heritage Centre, if you have one of these or something that you want to book in, you know, please just give us a ring, 01429 83 8885. Sorry, I'm just in awe of this absolutely amazing car. It's definitely something that I've wanted on my bucket list. So yeah, let me know what you think, guys. See you later. Bye.